Tim, it's time to get up for Tour de Tonka.
Oh, it's time already for Tour de Tonka. Let me grab my coffee. And yes, it's time to get up and volunteer for Tour de Tonka, and you can do it. We need all kinds of great volunteers, and I know you're one of them. We're looking for great people just like you, and check out what's going to follow me in this video. We need you, and we got a place just for you.
Being a volunteer for something like this here, because for 2 or 3 hours on a Saturday morning, nothing could be better.
Jody helps people register, not only our staff members, but volunteers also. Jody, how many volunteers do we need to help with the registration process?
Wow, just for registration, we could use over 70-some people, as many as we can get.
That's a lot of folks.
Mm-hmm.
And we get them, don't we, every year?
Absolutely. It's
Yep.
so helpful.
Anybody can do this, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's fun. I know it's one of the best things that people like doing is they're a part of Tour de Tonka. In
Yep.
fact, many people help with registration, and then they might go out and be a corner guard somewhere, which
Yep.
is really cool.
Yeah.
So what are some of the things that, these people that help with registration, what would they do?
Yeah, sure. As people come in for registration, whether it be a same day or if they already pre-registered, if they pre-registered, we'll give them a wristband, we'll give them a sticker for their helmet, and then we'll also give them a t-shirt. They don't have to deal with money. The staff will deal with the money. They just need to make sure that they have what they need to get started.
And when do you need these volunteers?
Now, that would be super helpful. As soon as we can get them, that would be really helpful.
What advice would you have to a volunteer that's out there thinking about, hey, I might do that?
It's a really fun way to get involved with the community and to see how the race gets started and to help people get excited about doing it.
Awesome. Hi, I'm Tim Whitfin, and I'm here with two of our corner guards, Kurt Carpenter and Jenny Bedurka, and they're going to tell you what it's like to be a corner guard, because we're hoping to add to that group of corner guards, and these two are two of the best, so I know they're going to explain it very well. What does a corner guard do, Jenny?
Well, you have a lot of different jobs. One, getting the riders excited, and most importantly, keeping them safe. So directing them which way to go is one of the first and most important jobs.
Yeah, safety first, so stop them if necessary.
Make eye contact so they know that you're giving them directions.
And use a big voice like, "Hello riders, thanks for coming today, you look great." Use a big voice, because if they can't hear you, what's the point?
Use your foam finger to point where they're going.
Mm-hmm. Head on a swivel, meaning look for anything that can be unsafe to your riders. Your job is to keep them safe.
Okay.
And you'll just continue repeating the same message all through your shift as new riders come, and you're directing them which way to go.
Well, you guys have got this down. My goodness gracious.
Oh, it's so much fun.
Lots of fun.
Kurt, tell me really how hard it might be for riders to understand safety, or for you to relay safety aspects to the riders.
As a volunteer, when you're in it and you're helping the riders, you think all that matters are the riders, but the cars are only thinking about themselves. Cars are trying to get from one place to another. So our job is to remind the riders that they have to be aware of the cars. Remember, cars have the right of way, bikes do not.
And Tour de Tonka has an excellent safety record, and we want to keep it that way. So thank you for all your support to keep our riders safe.
Yeah. You come here, you meet friends, you enjoy relationships, which is really what everything's all about, is relationships. So does that enter into the mix of being a corner guard?
Absolutely. Get to meet and greet people as they're stopped at a light. You can ask them where they're from, how many times they've participated in the event. They're with their family and friends, or maybe they're by themselves, a chance to connect, and we certainly hear that from our riders, that it's a great community gathering event.
And showing appreciation for the effort of the bikers. Some people are really new and some people are competitive, and show appreciation for all of it. Just have a fun time.
Tell us one thing about why someone out there might want to be a corner guard.
I would say join in the excitement of the event, see people in your community having fun, welcome new people to your community, and support people who live here as well.
I love doing it because I recognize so many of the people from the community, and I realize, oh, she's a biker, he's a biker. And people are just out to have a good time, and they're really grateful for the work we do as volunteers. It's just a feel-good event. I'm glad every year I do it.
Jenny, you have a good idea on where our volunteers all come from, so it's not just Minnetonka, is it?
No, absolutely not. We have rest stops in all of our communities along the route, and we've got running groups from Norwood Young America that help us direct corners, and volunteers in all these different cities from different organizations and groups that help support the event.
Kurt, I bet it's the same for riders. We don't just have riders from Minnetonka or Tonka Bay or Excelsior, do we?
They're from all over the state and all over the country, and we think everyone just gets it. They're from the community and they're familiar with the routes, but they're not. So part of our job is to be very specific on where bikers are to go and not to go. So be really clear. If it's a left at the light, then tell everybody who comes by, left at the light, left at the light. You think you wouldn't have to say it one more time, but you have to say it for every rider.
Yeah. Thank you, Kurt. Thank you, Jenny.
Yeah.
Pleasure.
Okay. Looking good, everybody. Come right up to me. We're gonna stop right here and then turn left. So stop, please. Right here, looking good, everybody. What a great looking crew today. Okay. All right. Thank you for helping us out. My pleasure. All right, we're gonna head this way now. Have a good ride, everybody. Have a good ride.
Hello, my name is Lee Aragon. I am the parking guy for the Tour de Tonka, and I want to encourage you to volunteer for the elite parking team. We have the unique ability to tell people where to go and how to do it. Because we start very early and get done very early, if you volunteer with our team, you will be able to ride in the event. I hope you have an opportunity to join us. You won't be disappointed. Thanks.
Tour de Tonka rest stops are a great opportunity for businesses, organizations, or individuals to volunteer and support our riders in this great community event. As a rest stop volunteer, you'll prepare and serve food and beverages, cheer and direct riders as they're coming in and out of the rest stops, and also have a great opportunity to engage in the fun and festive atmosphere at this wonderful community event.
So I'm here today with Mike Gearman and Jim Larson, and these two guys are fantastic in all ways, but they also shine in another way, and that's being a Tour de Tonka route captain. We're going to find out what makes these guys want to be a route captain and why they really do it, and what the heck do you do when you're a route captain? I guess first question is, what do you do as a route captain for Tour de Tonka, Mike and Jim?
We get to connect a lot of the dots for our section of the route. We get to greet and get all the volunteers positioned that are going to help us out. If we have law enforcement that's helping at the crossings, we're going to help them and recognize them and make them feel welcome. And we're going to put out signage to make sure the riders know where to go. And then we're going to be big cheerleaders while the riders are going through.
What are the practical things you do as a route captain?
Well, Jim, we start like about 6 o'clock in the morning, put phones down in a specific area where there's not a walk path. We got to take pictures so we know that they're all there and nobody's taking them.
Well, being a corner guard is really, they're kind of like the brains to the outfit out there in Tour de Tonka land on the day of the operation. And there's 17 pairs like this that are out there. You don't have to be a pair, we'll pair you up. But we're looking for 1 or 2 more pairs out there, or individuals that want to be a route captain. And these guys know how to do it, and you could be one of those people in the near future. Any last parting words there, wisdom that you want to say to somebody that might want to think about doing this, Mike or Jim?
Well, part of volunteering is that, you're giving your time, right? You're maybe giving a little bit of talent, like Mike's ability, the talent to hang out the back of the truck. You really get a lot back, right? It's really rewarding to be able to serve the riders at Tour de Tonka and to serve the other volunteers. You just get a lot. It's rewarding. You get that back from doing it. So.
Mike and Jim are 2 guys. They live in Chaska, Victoria area, and they're fantastic at doing this. So really, you don't need to live in Minnetonka. We've got route captains right now that live in Delano, Norwood, Chaska, like these guys. One comes from St. Paul every year, and then I think we've got one in Hopkins, and I believe we got one in Orono. So you don't have to live anywhere right near Minnetonka. Thanks, Jim and Mike. Appreciate you always.
Thank you. Were you?
Yes. Hey, and we're here with Lake Bechtel. Lake is one of our fantastic scooter volunteers for Tour de Tonka. And we got to find out what scooter guys do and scooter girls do at Tour de Tonka. So, Lake, how long have you been doing this for Tour de Tonka?
13 or 14 years. It's been just a great run.
So, Lake, thank you for doing this as a scooter patrol man. And it's a valuable service that you provide for Tour de Tonka for safety, for awareness, and for all kinds of reasons. And what makes you want to do something like this every year, Lake?
It's an infectious event. Just the energy around it, and the organization, great people, a lot of smiles.
Well, anybody can do a scooter operation if you have a scooter, and if you have a small motorcycle, we'll take you as well. We got Chris Hover and some other great motorcycle people involved, as well as Lake Bechtel, Bill Cook. Just a fun piece of Tour de Tonka volunteering. Thank you, Lake, for all you do for Tour de Tonka every year.
It's
And
been my
thanks to
pleasure.
all the other scooter and motorcycle people as well.
And one of my favorite parts of the morning is hanging Mike out the back of my truck so he can be placing the cones and then doing the same thing with pick him up. So, and we never hit bumps or anything to try to throw him out. It's okay. So.
Sit in the car and drink coffee and watch everybody else drinking coffee while he's out back there.
Thanks for being part of Tour de Tonka. We'll see you at the event.